Welcome back, folks, to NASCAR Heat 5. We have got Las Vegas Speedway today in the Cup Series. We finished 38th. Let's show some real quick highlights here of the previous race. And there you have it. About the most uneventful race, so you're welcome for saving you having to watch me drive around about a lap back of everybody and never really having any involvement in anyone. I'd like to take a very quick look. And I wanted to see if any of our rival statuses have changed. They have. So it goes in order of anger even once you're in a rival status. And Earnhardt had us as his top rival. It's moved back to Blaney. Blaney did absolutely destroy us one time in the last race. It sucked for us. Kenseth also was a cause of it. He has moved down the list. Logano we had mild contact with. Yarborough, Kulwicki, Stewart we didn't see. So as you can see, they're continuing to move in the correct direction. Out here on this track, I'm hoping we can do something similar, continue doing better. We've got to do our work plan. We've got to upgrade our employees. Let me know if you care about seeing it. I'm not going to show it right now. I'm just going to do the work, and then we'll show picking the car. All right, so the car we're going to be able to pick for our Las Vegas race will be a 90 engine, 86 aero, or 83 suspension. We were able to upgrade our people, not maxed out at all, but hopefully after this race, we'll be able to get some decent cash to continue upgrading the people we have. It's going to be quite a while before we're looking at getting that car number 4, so we need to just focus on what we have now and try to produce the best car we can. That's about all I have to say for pre-race information before we get out on the track. 80 laps, Las Vegas Speedway. Let's go figure this thing out. We're out here trying to get that 31.5, and we just weren't able to get there. It's all right, though. Gotta put this bad boy on the track and actually qualify for the first time this season in the Cup Series and see if we can get ourselves in the top 30, not be in the back for the start of this race. And here we go, qualifying now underway. I'm gonna back it up just a little bit. See if I can. We're still getting a little bit of wobble in this wheel, and I just tend to think it has more to do with the track now. You can't really make too many adjustments. I could go to the default adjustments, but that's no fun. Keep this thing hugged down in the white line. Let it fade up just a little so we don't lose speed, but then shoot it right back down towards the apron. And, I mean, it was a good lap for us, and technically, I guess we got it. 24th place, and our goal is 25th, so that's amazing for us in the rebuild of this car. I have to change that number. I forgot to. I'm just recording episode after episode right now, so we'll figure it out. And I need to fix Eliza Bethel's number on here, apparently. I just now noticed that. That's weird. Qualifying results, Kurt Busch first, Bobby Allison second, Ryan Blaney third, Dale Earnhardt fourth, Jimmy Johnson comes in fifth. Subscriber drivers, John Perez takes 20th, Jeremiah Graham 21st, Eliza Bethel 22nd, Bernardo de Oliveira 23rd, we're in 24th, David Childhouse 25th, Gary Norton 26th, Max Cost 27th, Timothy Mathis 28th, Sam Long 29th, Bryce Egan comes in 30th, Taylor Carpenter 31st, Tyler Stevenson 32nd, Tiana Holiday 33rd, Casey Kane 34th, Matt Malone 35th, Michael Chavez 36th, AJ Hale 37th, Malachi Thomas 38th, Lane Tiberghien 39th, and Matthias Espinosa rounds out your field in 40th place. Got 80 laps here at Las Vegas Speedway. Max Cost, he is happy with us. He's our friend here in the Cup Series, and we love it. Bobby Labonte is also a friend here, and we love that. Michael Chavez, unfortunately, crashed during qualifying. He is in the back.
Going green. Be ready here. Hammer down, green down. Got one down low now.
I just realized why Eliza Bethel's number is wrong. That's I'm gonna have to do what I did with Gary Norton in the other league. That's not her car. She's running a paint scheme from a different driver right now. All right, let me.
Got a car low now.
That's on me. I'll fix that. Until then, though, we have a race to run.
Still there?
We've got 19 in the tank. We've got 22 in stage 1, so we will be pitting at least for fuel.
Still there?
We're hanging on the outside here. Costs on our inside, Schildhaus on our inside, slight contact, no big deal. Schildhaus gonna try to fade in. He decides not to. Oh, and I didn't mention this in the last race. For any of you in the Discord saw pictures of all these cars with the next gen, Gen 7, low-profile rims. Got it in the game, and they don't spin properly, and it looked like the wheels weren't moving. It looked like the cars were just hovering. And I know why it is, but I don't know how to change it. So until I can, we went back to the standard wheels that are here, and we'll figure it out after that. The interior, the actual spokes themselves didn't look like they were moving. It was really weird, and it's because of frame rate to how fast they're spinning. It's kind of like when you see a video camera of a helicopter and it looks like the propellers aren't moving. It's because it's recording at a certain frame rate, and so what I'm doing is I need to figure out how to fix that, and I'm not there right now. Yeah, we absolutely have a 25th, 26th place car. Holy crap, we're not going anywhere right now. We'll see how this all goes, but as it stands right now, we are not great. Everybody has to pit. Our wear is seemingly not as bad as it was in the Xfinity series, but also we aren't getting that bad hopping of the tires going into the turn, so that's probably a big part of it. Can we do a full fuel run on these tires? That I don't know. That's going to take some time to figure out. Trying to get on the inside of Bethel here. Running that Ryan Preece paint scheme. Just a little team didn't have the proper wrap, brought it off the car, yada yada. I messed that up. Oh, I hit the wall there. On the brakes, avoid smashing into the back end of Bethel. That's always important. We don't want to ruin relationships with the few that we do have good relationships with. Trying to get a good run on the inside here, though, and really fight to get back to our qualifying spot would be kind of nice. Schildhaus hasn't gone away. He's right behind us. Gonna jump on the apron. He has got a really good run, actually, so I'm going to have to... Yeah, we don't have it. We are going to do the best we can, but we don't have the car.
You got room, you're clear there.
14 left in the tank. All right.
Careful, still there.
Not really sure what we're going to do right now. 16 left in stage number 1. And Schildhaus gets the run around us. We're just kind of rolling in line right now. Maybe we can make some moves, but we don't exactly have an exciting car to do so. Trying to figure out if I can work with Schildhaus to get around Bethel, maybe. Oh, he came off the gas to let her in. Jump down to the inside, kind of really dive bomb this to follow Schildhaus in. And we're able to do it. Can we make it stick? Yes, we can. But he's going to get in front of Bethel, and then they're going to team up until they get to the corner. And then he's going to dive right back down in front of me, which will give me the pull, which maybe will help me clear Bethel. And it does. But then can me and Schildhaus work together to get up to the next pack. We got real loose, actually. Out of 4 there, I didn't even notice it until all of a sudden I'm like looking, watching the screen, paying attention to what's in front of Schildhaus, and then my whole wheel started wobbling back and forth pretty aggressively. Max cost 1.1 seconds in front of us. I actually think, well, now I'm not going to because I touched the apron, and that definitely slowed us down. But I was going to say, I think I could potentially run right around him, but then I screwed up, and now we've dropped back a couple tenths. 13 left in stage 1. Actually, after this lap, we're going to speed it up until we pit. Now we're not going anywhere anyway, so I'm going to go right into the wall. How about that? Just let the car just swing right back up into us. Bethel's still behind us. Gary Norton about a half second back, but that hit is going to open the door easily for Bethel, and we just can't even argue with it because we mess up so bad there. One thing I do have to consider is by the end of the stage, wow, we got a really nice run. By the end of the stage, are we going to be able to get away from getting passed? Lapped? I don't know. We'll see. But, all right, we're going to start to run the middle. I'm getting really fast across the middle, and you're going to find that out when we speed it up right now. We'll be back on the mic when we are pitting for the first time. Well, cautious work. Was I got real loose out of 4, and I don't know if we would have caught it before getting the apron, but we ended up getting involved with Bethel, and that's very unfortunate. I hope that doesn't ruin her whole day.
Coming to the green. Ready. Green, green, green.
We lost 2 spots coming out of pit road. No cars are out of the race, it looks like, so Bethel is still racing, which is good. Cautions are working. Car crashed. Caution came out. To me, that's good as well, so we'll probably leave that. I don't know what we're going to do in the last 5 laps. We're certainly not going to get a top 10 at all, but again, we're pushing for 25th. That's our whole goal, so can we get there?
All right, you're clear.
I feel like if we can maintain our tires at the end of the race, and if we're anywhere near 25th, we have a really good shot at a top 25. Because it seemed like we were running better. I'm gonna jump to the inside of Norton
Stay low,
and hang on to it. There we go. There we go. 24th, 25th. We qualified in 24th.
Stay low, stay low.
So, you know, the hope is to even get back to qualifying position. Every dollar helps us grow the team. And that's what it's all about right now. Not winning championships, but building a team that can win championships. 3 laps left here in stage number 1. Alan Kulwicki leading the race. And then Hooters number 7. Just kind of watching Schildhouse and Cost here and seeing if we're gaining at all on them, and we really aren't. I mean, on fresh stuff, we have 0 advantage at all. They are, even though we have a 90 overall engine, the suspension and the aero aren't there. We get a huge run out of 2. That's wonderful, but I think we lose it in 3 and 4, which is kind of par for the course when we seem to have these early setups, or not setups, these early races with a low-rated car. We just don't have it in the exit of 4. Now, if I can use Schildhouse, draft, and clear Mr. Cost, it would be really nice. And I might be able to do it right here.
Careful, still there.
So that would really solidify us. And I mean, I'm thinking more towards the future. But as it stands right now, that would have solidified our top 25 plus 1, which is really great.
Stay low, stay low.
We did not touch Schildhouse, but it looked like he got his front right looked like it was turning towards the wall, which means he was drifting that turn. Not sure what was going on there. We got another smoker going down pit road, and I hope none of those drivers are our drivers. I always hope that those are going to be the drivers in front of us so that we can get more positions and also so that our drivers can, you know, finish the race. We're going to pit because that's what you do. And we'll be back on the track in just a moment. We lost 3 spots because we have not the greatest pit crew yet. We're going to get there.
You're covered to the green. Be ready here.
One of the things that are going to occur with that whole situation is we are going to have to work hard to...
Careful, still there.
Let's see who that was that's off. I don't think that's one of our cars. Anyway, we are going to have to work hard to get that top 25. Even when we are in 24th place, we pit and we come out in 27th. You know, we got to pit a couple more times this race, so you never know what's going to happen there. Apron, don't touch that white line. Up to 26, got Gary Norton here. Hopefully we can start doing kind of what we did at the end of stage number 1. Gonna stick with Norton. Maybe give him a little nudge, you know. Hey, help you out, buddy. Get you up with those other cars. The car is very similar to the Xfinity car as far as the way it feels on this track, but you know, little nuances that I'm working out. I also know that when this car is fully upgraded, it's going to feel a lot different than the Xfinity car. I just did it again. I let the car fade, and it almost snaps. It fades so hard it snaps up, but we're going to lose multiple spots here. The good news is we're only in stage number 2. Norton on our inside will obviously not battle him, but... And again, why am I running that low line when I just had a really good run through the middle? I've got to stop running the low line. Oh, maybe I need to run the low line in turns. Oh no, see, look, we get the super good run off. We caught right up to Malachi there.
Still there.
I don't know. Now we got everybody just kind of catching up to us. We got Sam Long right behind us. Eliza Bethel is there. Let's jump back to the inside and see if we can do some better work on the inside now that we've calmed our butts down. Did we get some pretty heavy damage? I don't know. Let's look at the... take a look. 98% arrow, so 2% damage. Not terrible. We did slap that wall pretty hard, though. I let it just ride right up.
Stay on the bottom.
And the car just was... Basically, it looked like I blew a tire, really, the way it just shot straight up the track. But that was all me, just not turning. I thought that I could let the car roll the rest of the way, and I was wrong. See if we can work with Gary Norton. As usual, the subscriber drivers are not as highly rated as the AI drivers. That's why you're going to see somewhat of a discrepancy between them.
Still there.
They will be upgrading the same way that I'll be upgrading. It's every 8 races we do an upgrade and provide them with points that they can put into their driver. We have 36 races in the Cup Series, so they'll be upgrading 4 times in a season. That'll be nice. And I assume by the end of this season, into next season, they should be potentially competing with the Cup drivers. I'm not actually quite positive about that because we do have... there's just some stuff. I made it... The longevity of this one, since I put it on Legend difficulty for me right away, it should take them a little bit longer than it did in the Xfinity series to become great. But it's all also dependent on their strategy. And I'm going to leave that alone until we get into it more. They all know, kind of after the Xfinity series, what they've seen and how other drivers have been successful and things like that to know that what they're going to do. And it's cool because some drivers are going to do one strategy with their upgrades, and then other drivers, they're really keen on a different strategy completely, or what specific genre they want to focus on, or, you know, how aggressive they want to, all that stuff. It's pretty cool. So, and then, of course, I want to mention this. I'm already considering it. One of the big things, and I think it's not going to be nearly as difficult to do as it was for here. In iRacing, the AI racing portion, depending on when NASCAR 25 comes out, depending on how successful it is, if NASCAR 25 is the cat's meow, we're going to get into it. We're going to love it. But from what I understand, they're working on the racing model. That's great, but they're not going to have a ton of options in it because they're focused so much on the racing model. And you want that to be the case. I really hope that they do produce a game that is high quality, higher quality than Ignition 21, higher quality than even this. This is, at least to me, this is very playable, but I have it modded. I have it modded myself, and I have another mod in this that does make the drivers more aggressive in a passing manner, not hitting each other or anything. Just instead of sitting around and riding on a line, they'll push to try to get position and things like that. So anyway, if that comes out before this series is over, then that's the next thing we do for sure, at least for a season. If it's not great, if it's very in-depth, if it's really cool, we'll do it for a career, and that'll be the next series. However, if not, iRacing has a pretty in-depth AI racing where you can actually build each driver, and they've got personality traits. And of course, I want to be able to build my subscriber drivers back into it and do, obviously, like I've done with this, grab paint schemes for the drivers. Nice thing is, some of you guys race on iRacing, you have your paint schemes. David Schildhaus, Eliza Bethel, Max Koss, those three, Matt Malone, they can send me their TGA files and I don't have to do any work, which makes it a lot more likely that I'm going to do it because I just throw their paint schemes on their drivers for their AI stuff and not worry about it. Will those have an upgrade? I don't know if those allow me to modify them through the season, but I can do a whole thing like this right through iRacing. So a completely different racing model, completely different experience, and should be really interesting. And I'm kind of excited about that idea, but I also have to pay attention to the stuff that's coming out. If there's an IndyCar game that ever comes out, I will absolutely be playing that because that's pretty awesome. I do love open wheel racing. I like road course racing. I like F1, but it just gets such bad reviews. Although this game didn't get great reviews either, so I shouldn't really pay attention to that so much. 8 to go in the race. We might have enough to get through this. 8 to go in the stage. Yeah, we have 8 in the... Interesting. Oh, it just switched to 7. Huh. I don't know. Will we pit? If we do, I really think we can do a potential gas and go. I don't know. We could be in a situation where if we keep running like we are, we could end up in with enough laps. Pay attention to when that changes to 6. Because if we're saving each lap a little bit more and more, 6 coming out of 2. So we're about 2 turns and a straightaway short half a lap. I'm really curious. I'm really watching this now. Is it going to get better when we come through this time, or are we kind of in the same spot? 6 to go. Is it going to be at the exit of 2, or is it going to be halfway down the straightaway? If it's halfway down the straightaway, now we're talking about, hey, maybe we can make this without pitting. We've gotten out of 2. Not that far, though. I don't know if it's possible.
Stay on the bottom.
I don't know if it's possible. It's crazy. We're going to have to see what other drivers do as well. Sitting here, 5 to go in the tank. Just now 5 at the line. The other thing that would have been cool that happened is if we went down a lap, we wouldn't have had to pit either. But that's not going to happen. Like if we were the first car a lap down, right at the cut, that'd be cool. And we didn't even get to 3 and 4 before we have 4 to go. But I don't know. I mean, we might be able to just coast it through at the end. It's possible. We're definitely pushing it. We don't have to worry about tire wear on this one, though. The setup isn't a bunch of trash. Ooh. I feel like Norton came off the gas a little more than I expected there. We've made it almost to 3 and 4 before. Yeah, I think we can make it. I really do. We got a smoker on the track, though. That could bring out a caution, and then we just stay out and finish it. But this is the type of thing, if he's fine, like other cars aren't involved, it's no big deal. That smoker is Dale Earnhardt Sr., it looks like. We're going to get in. Oh, shoot. Come on. What are the odds of that? I do everything in my power to do the right thing, and I end up getting run into by every single one of those drivers. That makes me extraordinarily happy. All right, 2 to go. We've got quite a ways to go here.
All right, I need 2 more good laps.
That makes me mad.
Got one peeking inside.
Let me guess, none of these guys have to pit. They're all smart, and I wasn't. Or are they all about to pit right now? No one's pitting. Aerodynamics probably plays a role in that. 2, 1 right there. We're doing it. Oh, hey, it doesn't matter anyway. We're going. We are going.
Let's go. White flag.
How are we in 26 when Olivier just passed us?
Bringing up pit road here. We're almost out of fuel.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
But plenty of racing.
We weren't going to get a top 10 anyway. Lost 4 positions there. That's all right. Our pit crew is still in training.
Ready. Ready.
Starting stage number 3, the final stage of the race as the sun sets here in the desert.
Still there.
We are...
Hold your line. Got one inside.
Yeah, we're living on the outside.
Elbow. Inside.
Brad Keselowski right behind us. I don't know why he's so far back. Oh, no, he's not. Yes, he is. That's him. Well, I don't know what's going on with that. Why is he also driving so slow? Good news is a top-tier driver that's a friend. He's not someone who dislikes us. I love the way his driver drives. I remember last season, I remember him being like oddly fast and aggressive, but in a really good way. Like he just dive it in there on you. But there was nothing unique about him. Like I looked, there was nothing unique about his settings or anything. Otherwise, I would have changed everyone to be that way because I think it's awesome when they just go for it. Oh, we got a nice run on a 2. That's going to help us get up into 30th place. We're going to use Sam Long to get us a good run going into 3. Sam dips it down on the inside of Espinoza. We're going to roll with Long here, try to see if we can't get into the top 30. And that'll do it right there as we're into 29th place. 28 laps left. We 100% do have to pit one time, and I'm not worried about it. Little contact there with Long. That's on me. I think that I am able to roll this turn number 1 and 2 better than they are, and I need to be more cognizant of the fact that they can't do it. Long will go high.
Still there.
And I hope that wasn't an effect of us being a little too aggressive unintentionally. But we can't think too long about that. We're side by side with him. We've got Malachi Thomas, Michael Chavez right in front of us. And, well, I got to say it the way I got to say it. These need to be our next 2 victims. Our pit stop is going to be
Still there.
at 16. So, yeah, we'll have, like, I don't know. Probably pit with 12 to go and be able to just really push hard. But, again, you have to ask yourself, are these drivers... sorry, Malachi. Sorry again.
You're clear there.
I just got stupid. That's all that happened there. We're going to lose many spots. That's the other part about us right now. We need to...
Outside.
Yeah. We're doing poorly. We're having a rough one here. And the pit, the final pit isn't going to help us because we're slower than everyone else. So I'm thinking 2 right sides and 1 can of fuel. Unlike what I did in the Xfinity Series, which is what I should have done.
Stay low.
But if I do that, I have to be really careful about how much I wear these tires. Right sides are way better, though. So, we'll check it out when we pit. But as it stands right now, my goal is 2 right sides, 1 can. I feel like that should get us to the end. I'm hoping.
Inside. All right, you're clear.
I need to start getting some good drives off here. Using the apron to start catching up to Malachi and Sam. We need to get some spots. We are currently running in 30th of 40, and we need to get up to 25th. We qualified in 24th, but of course a bad restart on stage 3 to restart the whole situation has gone poorly. Oh, that was the loose I got earlier when I ran into Bethel. Just oddly loose coming out of 4, and I don't know why or how.
Stay high, stay high.
I didn't mean to get that close to Thomas, but I did mean to keep him pinned down. Mainly because I don't want him to be able to fade up and pass me. Keep him tight on that line. He's got to slow the car down. But it didn't work, so let him go.
Still there?
Now all of a sudden we have a 30th place car. Like, that's just what we have. I don't understand, but okay. I run 1 and 2 better, but I don't run 3 and 4 better. If I can run 1 and 2 better and get on the inside, we have a potential to run equal 3 and 4. So we get our gains in 1 and 2 and just kind of hold on for dear life going through 3 and 4. But oh, we got a really nice run through 3 and 4 this time. We're right back up on Malachi Thomas's bumper.
Still there?
I'm gonna jump to the inside in hopes to do something special here, but there really wasn't much room for me to do anything. Now we're gonna get on the brake a little bit so that we don't run into him again. Oh, we just can't go anywhere. Just can't go anywhere. A little bit of a break there, which is gonna open the door for us to put him on the outside. Can we get the draft from Sam Long and use that to get us through and around Malachi?
Careful.
Yes, we can.
You got room. You're clear. 20 more laps. No mistake.
20 laps left in this one. We got 10 left in the tank. We're going to pit with 12 to go. Let's speed this thing up for the last time in the race, and we'll be back on the mic when we are pitting, hopefully to put ourselves in a good spot for a top 25.
Caution's out.
Oh, I gotta tell you, I was like, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna be able to do. I was trying to figure everything out right there. Okay, so we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with right sides. It's gonna be stupid. Let's do it. All right, we're so low. We gotta figure it out. We only gained 1 spot from doing that, but hopefully with the lack of laps left in the race,
Almost ready now.
we're able to pick off 1 spot and get in that top 25. At, what, 8 at the line? Yeah. All right. Here we go. Paying attention. Bernardo de Oliveira in front of us. Eliza Bethel next to him. We get a nice run through 2 like we have most of the race. And we were able to drive away from a number of drivers once I kind of zoned in. So now I just have to kind of do the same thing. We are in 25th right now. Can we drive away from Bethel and secure it? I don't know.
Still there.
7 to go. Also, is there a chance that we could get more spots? We got Schildhaus on our outside. We were gaining on those drivers, but they also get a little more cautious towards the end of a run. They slow up a little more. It looks like they try to preserve those tires a little more. I also know that when I've hit 20% tire where I've seen some of the drivers go in. So I wonder if, they were getting close to that and they had started to slow down. I wasn't gaining on Schildhaus, Bethel, and I don't remember who the other car was in front of them. I wasn't actually gaining on them anymore, but they were not driving away. And they had been driving away the entire run, which is how they got into 2 seconds in front of me. So I gained a little bit, but honestly, it wasn't going to do anything as we got to the end of the race. because we were going to have to pit, and we were going to do a can in right sides like I just did, and then we were going to pray. Got plenty in the left side tires to get us through.
5 to go. You got
Just
this.
5 laps left in this one, and we have got
Take it inside.
Bobby Allison. I'm not even messing with that because he is a rival,
Road clear.
so we're going to move out of his way. But we're also going to drive with him. He must have brought out the caution. Look at how much faster he is than the rest of our cars. That's insanity. Insanity, I say. And we got a good run out of 4 once I started to figure it out. I started dropping it to half throttle instead of coming completely off the gas until the car settled in.
Still there.
I just wrapped it to half throttle so we carried more speed through the turn. Took longer for the car to settle in, but it worked.
All right, you're clear.
We're going to take the spot from Oliveira on the inside. Can we catch the draft of cost? Can we have a good 1 and 2 to get us into cost draft and potentially get us a 22nd place finish? I see John Perez right in front of Max Cost. And unfortunate for Allison, doesn't look like he's going to get a really good finish out of this race, as he is still struggling to get around some of this traffic, even though he has a much better car. Can I do it now? Yeah, we're getting a really good run here. This should help us as we'll get into the draft of Max Cost. Let's see if I can use that in the next lap or so to hopefully make some passes. I'm going to stay behind him here. And then the problem is, though, is that we're not going to be able to dip in before them. I also had a tiny bit of contact with him, which kind of sent him going up, which is good. Like, it sent him up in a good way. He's going to get inside of Perez. That would be big for us if we could follow him through down the backstretch. More positions equals more money for us, and that's why it matters that we just stick with whoever we can to get the rolls. Or get the spots, the rolls, the positions.
Careful, still there.
Using cost draft as much as possible. Last lap, side-by-side action as always. These ones always come down to something. We're battling for 22nd place. What's going on? Where did Perez go? Why is he a second behind all of a sudden? We didn't have contact. I don't know what happened there. Like, I don't know what happened there at all. All right, well, I'm pleased with the 22nd place result. We battled all day long and got ourselves up here into the goal position. And unfortunately, that only resulted in a 100 overall rating, but those ratings don't matter for shite. Top 5, Alan Kowicki wins the race. Ryan Blaney 2nd, Joey Logano 3rd, Jeff Gordon 4th, Brad Keselowski comes in 5th. Jumping down to our subscriber drivers, Jeremiah Graham, he takes the lead for the subscriber drivers in 19th place, Bryce Egan 20th, Max Cost 21st. We come in 22nd, John Perez 23rd, David Schildhaus 24th, Eliza Bethel 25th, Gary Norton comes in 26th place, Bernardo de Oliveira 27th, Michael Chavez 28th, Sam Long comes in 29th place, Malachi Thomas 30th, Taylor Carpenter comes in 31st, Matthias Espinoza 32nd, AJ Hale 33rd, Tiana Holiday 34th, Timothy Mathis 35th, Casey Kane 36th, Tyler Stevenson 37th, Lane Tibergen comes in 38th place. Dale Earnhardt and Matt Malone both DNF'd in the race. Alan Kowicki was your fastest lap of the race. Alan Kowicki led the most laps. It's not, I'll get used to his name. Michael Chavez on the move, 40th to 28th place. Great for him. And tough break goes to Dale Earnhardt. Started 4th, finished 39th. Apparently, Bernardo de Oliveira hated something out there. I don't recall running him off the track. But I digress. We're going to have to move things on to the next race, which will be 52 laps at Auto Club Speedway. Looking forward to that. $143,000 up for grabs. We are in 3rd place in the Xfinity Series overall. So that will be obviously something we continue to work towards. We have completed our incentive contract. Of course, our goal is always getting a 1st place finish. But according to that, top 5 is all we need. And I'm going to stick with that goal for this race. It gives me something to strive for. However, folks, that is going to do it for this episode. I'd like to take a moment out to say thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And until next time, and of course, as always, you take care.